Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is the 1st of November, and we're sliding downhill towards the end of the year at 90 miles an hour. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Anyway, our reading is from Romans 12:3. I say to everyone among you not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. One of the, if not one of the greatest sins is pride. After all, that's what caused Satan to fall. That's the number he did on Eve. You can be like God. And that's the situation that it seems many, if not all, of the politicians have fallen into. You can be like God. Never mind. But before we get too proud of ourselves for not being prideful, we too at times struggle with pride. Otherwise, why would Paul said what he said? Pride keeps the lost from being saved. I have to earn my way to heaven. My good deeds outweigh my bad. God will be happy to have me there. And for us as believers, but God helps those who help themselves. If I don't do good enough, I'm going to lose my salvation. I am important in the church. Look how wonderful I am. So, at one time or another, I think we all struggle with pride. And when we forget that we could do nothing to be saved, when we forget that we can do nothing to keep our salvation, when we forget that we can do nothing to please God, except as He saves us, keeps us saved, and the Spirit works through us, through us to carry out His work, we lose the joy of our salvation and we lose our effectiveness because we think God needs us as opposed to God loves us and allows us to be part of His program. So let's not be prideful about how good a job we're doing at not being prideful. Let us not be Uriah Heep. I'm a very humble person, I am. Charles Dickens, for those who don't know. And let us remember that everything we have comes from God because He loves us. And be grateful that He doesn't let us see ourselves fully in terms of our old nature, but instead works in our lives to conform Him, works us in our lives to conform us to the image of His Son. And before I stutter more, which I guess is one way God has of keeping me humble, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.